Welcome to Reviewed by Artists, a space where we embrace and share our journey as artists and creatives. I'm Jay, an artist myself, and today I'm in conversation with Maru, an inspiring painter who empowers all of us to say, I'm an artist with confidence. Join us in this empowering discussion. Hi again.
Hi.
Hello from Seoul. I'm in Seoul, and then time zone thing is kind of tricky. Where are you now?
I'm in Barcelona.
I see. Okay. Marusya, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
You can
Maru?
say Marusya, or it's better Maru because
Maru.
it's just
Okay,
Maru is
perfect.
the short version. Use it.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Maru.
So you have late time in Seoul, right?
What?
What's time is it? What time is it in Seoul?
Oh, it's like 8:30 p.m., which is not too bad.
It's evening time. Yeah.
Yes, it is. There it's lunch hour. Have you had lunch yet? No?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, after this. Hopefully, I could learn like some of your experiences related to artist residencies. That's why I reached out to you. Thank you so much for your time again. I saw that you did like 4 residencies, right? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Okay.
I would love to make it more, but yeah, that was good.
Yeah, 4 is still decent amount, I think.
Thank you.
How did you start? Like, how did you think of like going to a residency?
My first experience was pretty much official, and it was a summer residency at the School of Visual Arts in New York.
SVA,
That
right?
ex- and that experience is completely different. It's not
Mhm.
like La Chapelle because you make an application in advance. It was winter time. I sent in
Mm.
an application, very serious with all the questions, with the statement of purpose
Mm.
for the faculty of, if I remember it correctly, art installations and new media arts.
Mm.
And the point was to go to one of the best art schools in New York.
Mm.
And that time I wasn't doing paintings. I was making a lot of commercial art installations
Mm.
and a lot of still life photography as a stylist. So it was basically the continuation of my profession. And I was wondering whether I know enough already because of my experience, of my job experience, or
Mm.
they will show me something that I don't know.
So
And then,
you were
yeah,
working as a designer before, or?
I've at that time it was 2013. It was
Uh-huh.
like 10 years ago, and I started working in 2004
Mm.
in Esquire magazine as a still life stylist. So
Oh.
behind my back, there was like what 9 years experience, and I
Mm.
was doing window designs. I was making a lot of advertising shootings, and it was all connected with. I was making props, and I was making beautiful still life compositions,
Amazing.
very close to art installation, because it was
Yeah,
full of. They were all full of meanings and metaphors and stuff like that. And
amazing.
so that experience in New York, it just like shifted me on a different level very quickly,
So you
very
became
quickly.
a full-time artist, like installation artist, during the
I
residency in New
yes,
York.
I was like the same, but I was seen with from a different angle. Like
Mm.
I was less commercial, more creative, more like art stuff. And I started when I came back Moscow.
Mm.
I started. I collected on all my knowledges into a kind of tutorial,
Mhm.
and I started to give lectures and to take students
Regarding installations?
regarding commercial installations. So it's more like merchandising, like window design, mostly like
Mm.
making beautiful advertising shots. And according the times, so it was 2013. So
Mm.
it was not that popular to. You remember probably. Uh, that the quality of iPhone wasn't
Mhm.
enough.
Yes.
And we loved Instagram, but it wasn't that professional yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the world still needed someone
Mm.
to make it professional, with the professional lighting, with all the preparations, with the camera. So that was what I was doing
Okay.
that time.
Interesting.
That was my first residency
Oh, so it was not about painting at all. And
at
then
all.
and then the next residency you went was the Greek one, right? The one that you submitted a review on
It
our
was, yeah,
platform.
the Greek one. It was like I had a kind of not a residency, but it was like a trip to Italy before, to a friend of mine who was a sculptor and an artist, and
Mm-hmm.
I was living in his studio, and I created there. So it was like a residency, but it from like an artist in like a little bit. It's not like an official residency, but it
Oh,
was like a residential experience. And then the first official residency with paintings, yes, it was La Chapelle.
so you didn't go to Greece directly to the residency directly, but rather you stopped by at your friend's house and then you decide
No, no, no,
to.
no, no. My friend's house was in 2018 probably,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 2021 it was Greece.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what makes it like number two and three, right?
Yeah,
Number two is kind of your friend's house, not a residency program, but you stay there and then produce.
but I produced there a, a great series of paperworks that was
Mm.
great. So I don't know whether to call it a residency or not. No, probably not. Then there will be three,
Okay,
not
okay.
four.
It's cool. So, oh, okay, but you had a long break between the first like SVA and the next one, which is a Greek one, right? And then have
Yeah.
you thought about doing another residency or did you focus on something else? Like what was
No,
it?
I was because I started to I thought about becoming a painter
Mm,
only in 2000 what 15, 16,
mm,
and I started to develop myself in that field like not long ago.
I see. What was the trigger to become a painter from commercial installation and installation artist?
A friend, the thing is that I always knew how to draw and to paint, so I
Mm.
was born with the skill. It was
Mm-hmm.
never a problem. I was doing it like when I was a kid. That was basically all I was doing.
Oh,
and
sweet.
if, and then I just like I escaped that experience completely because it was too easy for me, and I
Oh,
decided that I have to have a real job,
okay.
And in 2015 probably, or early, I don't remember, a friend of mine, she said, um, like, please, can you make for our mutual friend a painting of her portrait, please,
Oh,
like like a birthday present. And I
nice.
made it, and it was and I had a great feeling while doing it. It was something absolutely with such a huge gap between.
Mm,
It felt like I'm breathing
mm,
fresh air. And I thought that probably if I will continue practicing painting, my installations will become better. I
mm,
thought that that will be build a great, nourishing, you know, environment for my installations.
mm-hmm.
But after probably a year or a couple of years, I realized that no, 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 no. This is quite the different thing. So
Oh,
my installations will work very good for my paintings because that will be the opposite. And I just realized that I cannot live without it at all. And I have to go back to my past that I was born with, and I have to develop it seriously, like a profession. And everything started to change.
Amazing. It's very interesting for me because I moved from painter to an installation artist recently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm doing both, but like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
very interesting. So you applied for the Greek residency as a painter. Like I'm gonna do only 2D painting while I'm in Greece. That's what you
yeah,
proposed.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
amazing. So you were
yeah.
determined to be a professional painter. That's
I actually was invited. I was advised to go there, so I was the first official resident in the
amazing.
in La Chapelle. Yes.
Amazing.
So
Was
before
it?
me, there was a couple of their friends,
Uh-huh.
but I was the first artist whom they didn't know at all. Like I was a
Oh,
stranger.
like first open call.
Yeah,
Amazing. So how was the experience?
it was one of the best experiences, like in my life in that case, and it was very nourishing. And I think that that was like the compilation of all circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
perfect timing, perfect people, perfect
Mm-hmm.
place, and it was something that was like blooming almost by itself.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah,
Did-
because the family, the Kazov family, they had a very, very right, very correctly, I don't know, realized the mission of that thing.
Mm, of the residency, of the
Yeah,
space. Mm,
of the space, of the meaning. Why do they do that? What's the purpose? How it will nourish the place? How it will nourish the artist? It will nourish themselves? How to
mm,
install that process into their life, the life of the island,
mm.
etc., etc.
How did it affect your artistic practice while doing the residency? Can you just describe a bit?
You know that why do I love residency in general?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you cut yourself off from your comfortable and
Mm,
very usual and ordinary environment, like your studio, for example, right? The
mm-hmm.
social circle that you, all your friends, professionals and stuff like that. And you just put yourself in a completely new place.
Mm-hmm.
Your own reflection in that place can
Mm-hmm.
really surprise you. You can
Right.
see things and unveil some things
Mm-hmm.
that will never pop up
Mm-hmm.
at home.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, in Greece, it was like before Greece, I was thinking that I'm an artist who can only go through pain. As an
Pain.
artist, you pain. I think that you understand me.
Yes.
That the real art goes only with blood and tears.
Mm.
Sometimes inner,
Mm.
sometimes outer, but that what gives the peace,
Mm.
that that energy of being alive.
Mm.
And in Greece, I found myself in a situation that was absolutely safe and sound, full of joy, full of sun. I was happy all the time, almost
Summer.
like summertime, and it was like I realized that I don't remember the time in my life when I was so happy for
Oh.
no obvious reason, just
Oh.
because life is happening. And surprisingly, I was capable to make good art in that situation.
Oh. That's so beautiful.
It is. It
Oh,
is. And
amazing.
and basically when I came home back home Moscow,
Mm.
I couldn't repeat it.
You couldn't find that state back at home?
Yeah, I was definitely I started to work more freely,
Uh-huh.
and like I received like new dimensions in what I do,
Uh-huh.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But it was completely impossible to repeat that pure joy and stuff like that. Because if you see, I don't know whether you went through my pictures that I made there in La Chapelle.
Mm-hmm.
It was all white paper and just few touches of the brush.
Oh, right.
It was
I'm
not much,
mm-hmm.
and it was very conscious. I was super concentrated because when you have paper is the media
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't give you permission to make a mistake.
Right. You can't go back.
Comparing to canvas that you can really paint it over
Mm-hmm.
multiple times. Paper
Mm-hmm.
never gives you such a chance. If
Mm,
you drop some color on it, it will stain there forever, and
right.
it will create its own meaning. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why for one painting that
Mm-hmm.
included like 2 3 colors
Mm-hmm.
and 5 6 touches of the brush, it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes took me like hours.
Mm. Was it very meditative and healing?
I think both. Yeah, it was
Amazing.
joy.
Do you think it was more special because you were the first cohort in the residency? Hmm. Or
um
was there
no,
anything like very new and adventurous and then like a joy of starting a new thing?
I don't know. I think that it's better for them to answer really, because I
Yeah.
felt very very organic there. You
Oh,
know,
very
it was
natural
not.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. That was 2021, right? It was
Hmm.
like almost like 8 years after you did the first residency in New York, right?
Yeah.
And then a lot of things changed,
Yeah.
and then the following year you went to France one, right? The
Yeah.
French one. I think it's a
Yeah.
kind of a unique one, right? I don't see they have like open calls and stuff, right?
No, they don't have open calls yet.
Uh-huh.
Because the thing is, that was the residency where I was probably the first again.
Mm.
No,
First
sometimes
again.
the first resident. Yeah. Sometimes I think that I'm a very good. Yeah, I don't know whether you have the same tradition in Seoul, but
Mhm.
when you buy an apartment or a new
Mhm.
home, the
Mhm.
first to enter the home should be a cat.
A cat?
Yeah, a cat. There is such a tradition. You have
Oh.
a new home,
Uh-huh.
and before you come in, you let the cat enter the the,
Reinforced?
the place,
No,
and
we don't
that
have that.
yeah, and we do.
Is it a Russian thing or
Maybe it's Russian, or maybe even bigger than Russia, because
uh,
I think that there is something else like that. Like, it's a
oh,
superstition, you know.
okay, interesting. What's the meaning of it? Is it to bring luck
It
or
brings it brings luck. It brings good energy, and you know it glues the energy of new people with the energy of the house.
oh, okay. Did you do
And
that in French
I did
residency?
I didn't have a new home yet, but probably I will. I'm not a cat,
Mm.
but it happens like I am the cat in residency. I am the
Oh,
first artist to come.
you're a lucky charm, the first person to enter.
Probably, yeah.
You're a cat.
And so the story about Bordeaux is like a friend of mine who left to that coast like years ago, and
Mm.
they have a very good and very like pretty posh
Vineyards.
there,
Mhm.
and they produce wine,
Oh, at
good wine.
Château
Like it's
Haut-Brisson?
yeah, It's Grand Cru, and
Mm.
they have a house
Mm-hmm.
with 5 chambers there, and it's like a
They have a
guest
house.
house, like on the third
Farmhouse.
there of the farm. It's like a mansion, more like a classical,
Mm,
like French mansion, beautiful,
mm,
elegant, and they have just prepared it like a guest house, like a bed and
mm.
breakfast, with beautiful furniture and freshly painted and everything, la la la, and beautiful kitchen. And they have an idea to make, and it works right now. Like
Uh-huh.
after me, there were like several artists already. The system
Mm-hmm.
is, uh, as an artist, you come inside and you
Mm,
create stuff there
mm-hmm. In the
with any
studio.
kind of a product. In the studio, in the place, yes, you choose the place, the room where it is comfortable for you, but still they're hesitating about how to make it a system.
Because they were
So they
new.
invite, because yeah, as a residences like this, including La Chapelle, there
Mm-hmm.
is a kind of a commission
Mm-hmm.
from the residency. As an artist, it's a traditional thing to leave one work
Mm-hmm.
as a thank you to the house.
Right. As a gift, right? When you before you
Yes,
leave.
as a
Mm.
and that's exactly how Bordeaux works. So
Mm-hmm.
they invite an artist. We
Mm-hmm.
work there, and if there are some guests
Mm-hmm.
of the bed and breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
it's a great experience because you like a host.
Mm. You're a guest and then you experience as a host too.
Exactly.
Ah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's really I was at the beginning I was just like, well, that's strange.
Yeah. That's unique.
That's unique, but because you kind of feel yourself a little bit like you're a monkey,
Uh-huh.
then people come to see.
People come to see your studio, your
Exactly. Yeah.
artworks, and then they love it.
They
And
love it. They talk to you. They are so inspired, and you like life exchanging experience. But that came out to be very interesting because it's like people and their stories
uh-huh.
just pop up in your life
Mm-hmm.
for one day, and
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow they leave.
Yeah,
And
right.
that feeling of crossing
Mm.
surprisingly with
Mm-hmm.
different people from different countries, that was huge.
Right. Was how long was it? The
Uh,
French the Bordeaux?
for a month, for a
Oh,
month, I made one month,
1 month, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yes, and I made a beautiful Syria there, and it
Uh,
was great because it was very, the experience was uh, very full
mm-hmm.
because the chateau, the
Mm-hmm.
ma- the the farm, it's in the middle of nowhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
around you can only see
Vineyards.
nothing else,
Mm-hmm.
and there are few houses. Like literally, it's not even a countryside. It's like few
Mm-hmm.
houses around you, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe like 3, 4 of them with habitats, but
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing else. And
Mm-hmm.
the only city, like small village you have, is 4 kilometers from you.
Oh, so it's so isolated.
You are isolated and you have nothing to do but work, eat, and host if you have
And
some
drink
guests.
and drink wine.
If you want, drink wine, but I'm not a great drinker. But so I love wine very much, and I love like I respect alcohol, but I cannot like. There's no point for me to drink alone. You know?
You are alone? You are not with other artists?
No, you're alone.
Alone, just one artist at a time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting.
And they were
Um,
more like they wanted me to come first because to ask me like, what do you think about it? How should we develop it? What should be done? how it is, how should be done more comfortably, what, like, how to. But still, I think that they're still a little bit, like, they like it the way it is right now, without open calls.
Uh-huh.
But they always find someone to come.
Did they reach out to you first?
Hmm?
Did they reach out to you first?
No, they choose by themselves. Luckily, we have a lot of mutual friends who are artists too.
Mhm. Mm.
The environment there, that isolation works very good for. Yeah, it's you are very concentrated on what you're doing. You have
Right.
to be. There's no
Mm,
choice not to be.
mhm. And also in the Greek one, I believe there were probably like maximum 2 artists at a time, right? Like for 4
Mhm.
weeks, right? So you had a like very quiet and focused work environment into residencies, right? As a
Yeah,
painter. Mm.
it's a bit. I don't know. Have you been to La Chapelle?
No.
Ah, the thing is that, and I mm, maybe I answered already that question. Typing. The thing is that La Chapelle is located very comfortably. There
Mm.
is when you come to the island,
Mhm.
the city goes up.
Mm.
It's on a hill. White
Right.
house with blue
Mhm.
doors and blue windows. They go up, 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 and
Mm.
almost on the top of the village, there
Oh.
is that chapel.
Oh. So you can
That
look down the whole village, right?
and basically it means that you can, like, it's 5 minutes to go down, where
Mhm.
everybody, where the city, like, it's
Oh.
mingling all the time, right?
So it wasn't
But
that like isolated or quiet.
you are not isolated exactly. You're just
Uh-huh.
on the top of the process.
Right.
Have a choice. You go 5 minutes down, you're inside the energy, like 10 minutes up, because
Mm,
up it's always like longer.
mhm,
And there are only few people who go up that high.
mhm.
So you are in, but on a side at the same moment.
Right. So you get to experience both, right?
Hmm. I
How
remember that there, every evening,
mm,
and no, and every morning, sometimes evening, but every morning,
mm.
I had a very quick swim.
Oh,
I was running down to the sea, swim, and
nice.
go up. Yeah,
Amazing. No
that
wonder
was
why
awesome.
you felt so happy while you were
It,
there.
absolutely.
Oh my
I think
God.
that I feel happy everywhere where I find where I can work.
Mm, right. What brought you to Barcelona now? You say you're in Barcelona right now?
So right now I'm in Barcelona, and I had I call it an expedition. This is the perfect time for me to go worldwide. I have
Mm,
to make my step
mm,
outside of the world. And I thought that the best will be, first I will participate in Qatar Art
mhm,
Festival, which
mm,
was in the end of November. And
mm,
now I'm preparing new paintings for Art Biennale in Venice.
mm,
That will be in April.
mm.
And the most comfortable space for me was outside Moscow, not in Russia right now, because
I
it's not
see.
nourishing. It's very, you know, the atmosphere is very gloomy.
Mm,
And I went in September. I went to Istanbul,
mhm.
and in Istanbul I painted three big works for Qatar Art Festival,
Great.
and it was
November.
great. Yeah,
Mhm,
in the end of and after that I went here to Barcelona
mhm.
to create paintings for Venice.
Before going to Venice. Are you gonna go to
The,
Venice after?
yeah, I will go. No, first I will paint them here. They
Uh-huh.
will be finished middle of February, I suppose. I will
Mm.
send them to Venice because they need the paintings in advance.
Mm.
They need time to install, you know, to and then I will
Mm-hmm.
go to Sri Lanka, and from Sri Lanka I will go to Venice.
Sri
I have
Lanka,
yeah.
so far. No?
Well, I have no choice because I have a touristic Schengen visa in Europe,
Uh-huh, yeah.
and so I have to leave for a couple of months, just not to cross the policy
Germany, like a Schengen
of
country.
of yeah.
I
Yeah.
see. That's okay. But why didn't you go to Venice directly and then you're producing in Barcelona? No, sorry, like Barcelona. Yeah, right.
Here
Overseas.
I'm here with my friends, and it's
Uh,
like more fun.
right. That's so sweet.
Besides that, in Venice it's pretty cold right now,
Uh-huh.
and in Barcelona it's plus
Bummer.
15. It makes sense.
Oh, I see. So you're going after like better weather and
I
then
guess
yeah,
yes. I
friends,
thought that
right?
this time I have a choice, so
Uh-huh.
I don't have to sit in winter if I have a choice not to. So
Mm.
I'm not. I'm really. I hate winter. I'm
Mm.
sick of the snow. I don't. It's not. I'm not the fan.
I get it. Totally get it. I feel like even though you said you've done only 3 residencies, but you're always like in the residency mode. Because you're always
Yeah.
traveling and then going to new
Yeah.
places and then with your friends and you're trying to find a better environment for your artistic practice, I
Yeah.
think. Right?
I'm
Oh,
in the process right now. Yeah.
that's so
It's
great.
very. It's absolutely amazing because I was very much afraid to leave Moscow
For
like
sure.
that
Mm-hmm.
because I left everything there. There's no apartment anymore. All my stuff in the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no place to come back to yet. Uh, and it's. I was thinking that that will be something very frightening and very, I will be stressed, but
Mm-hmm.
it appeared to be quite the opposite because
Mm-hmm.
my outer experience of traveling
Mm-hmm.
and exploring the world
Mm-hmm.
is absolutely reflects completely my inner process,
Mm-hmm.
because right now I'm exploring myself. I don't
Mm-hmm.
stick to anything. I'm in the process of developing.
Mm-hmm. I totally get it. I
So
don't
it's
know.
just perfect
Yeah.
match.
Right. I know the feeling because I don't know if you know that I'm a nomad too. So I packed everything 2.5 years ago. I have no house. I just rent here and there. Minimum like 1 week to maximum 3 months. I just move from one place to another, and then
I
yeah.
understand.
So we're living the same life, I think. But yeah, that's why I thought of like connecting more with the people who are doing a lot of like international artist residencies because if it kind of spoke to me. I mean, I feel it's a really great way of improving and
Yeah,
finding your artistic yeah, focus, I think. And then
yeah, yeah,
give yourself
yeah.
more space.
It sharps. It sharps very much what you are indeed.
Right. I'm curious. How do you fund yourself?
How do I find myself? Oh, first, I sell artworks.
Mm,
Not as successfully as I did it like a couple of years ago
mm,
before the war started, but
mm,
right now it's much more tough. But
mm,
I have a supporter.
mm,
It's not like not all of my life is
mm,
on it, but some professional moves,
mhm.
just
Collaborate.
professional. Like you have to pay for the booth, right?
Mhm.
On a
Yeah.
festival because it costs
Mhm.
money for transportation, for stuff like that. And these are things that are that it's a common and usual practice,
Mhm.
that there are foundations, there
Mhm.
are private collectors,
Mm-hmm.
There are grants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you submitted and it's paid.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that from the beginning, so I had to
Mm-hmm.
to grow as an artist and to
Right.
get my own feeling of confidence to make it happen. But this year, yes, I just like, I think that this was my level up.
Mm.
I understood that I am
Impressive.
ready for that, because that's, yeah, that's a different level of confidence.
Ooh.
And it should be like that. It should be like that.
Right. You should be more confident over time and you're building up your portfolios and then you're more certain about your
Yeah.
artistic language and then you can explain it better to the
Yeah.
people, right?
Because
That's
it all costs huge money,
right. Traveling costs money.
and not all artists communicating
Right.
perfectly well, and
Mm,
that's absolutely explainable.
mm-hmm.
And there must be someone who is behind you.
Mm, right.
It has always been like that.
Mm-hmm. Any tips or advices like for artists who want to live like you,
Who want to be funded.
to be funded, to travel, and then find a space for themselves and then keep developing their work?
Um,
It's not an easy path, right?
it's
So,
not an easy path, but this is there's just probably one thing that I can say, and
mm,
nothing else matters. You have to make a choice, whether
mm,
you are an artist or you are not. Until you make that choice grounded, with no doubt ever,
mm,
you won't become one.
mm.
When you choose it without hesitation, you don't
Wow.
wake up like thinking whether is it my path or is it not? Am I an artist or is it a game? Blah, 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 blah. Nothing will happen. That
Oh,
will really it's a matter of choice,
mm,
conscious choice of a human being. There's nothing mysterious there.
amazing. Right, because you also started from a commercial installation professional to become a painter, right?
For the first years of my painting experience,
Mm,
I was not capable to say out loud
mm,
one very simple sentence. I couldn't say I am an artist. It was just like, Maru,
mm.
what do you do? I'm
I
like,
know.
I hope that nobody hear that I'm saying these words. And I
Mm,
remember very well that
mm,
path, that way that I came to the answer to this question. I remember it perfectly well. How
mm.
I was, ah, maybe that will be the last story. I'm very chatty, but that was interesting. You don't have to include it anyway. It's just like our personal conversation. In 2016,
Okay.
I was making a great commercial job in London, UK.
Oh.
And for me, it was like I was an emerging specialist. I was so cool that I
Mm,
was invited to come from Moscow to
mm,
London to do my job.
mhm.
And I felt like uh, so unhappy there that
No.
I was not at my place. I was redesigning the restaurant.
Okay.
And I remember myself, I was walking down the streets in Soho,
Uh-huh.
asking myself, like, what do you need? Why are you so unhappy? What do you need? What do you want from life? I'm so tired of whining. And
Mm.
I want to paint. I
Oh, no.
commercials anymore. Because that's the thing that makes me happy. Okay, what do you need to
Mhm.
become an artist? what conditions you need. I need
Mhm.
to be in the perfect place, the best place in the world that will nourish me. I will wake up, see the beauty, and that will inspire me.
Mm.
I need money, not to think about money.
Right.
And I need nobody around me who will distract me from what I do.
Mhm.
No commissions, no job offers, no mingling, nothing.
Mm.
And probably, yeah, that was probably it. Okay, what can you do to make it happen?
Mhm.
The first thing that came to my mind, I can really get uh, my contribution from that job and
Mhm.
sell my car. I had a Subaru Forester.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah.
now thinking about selling my car here. I don't have a house. I still put my car, and then I'm like, should I sell it? Should I sell it?
Yeah, and I decided it's on Saturday when I
Mm,
was in London.
mm,
Sunday when I came back to Moscow,
mhm,
I had already the prepaid car.
mm,
It was like that. Then I received a extraordinary commission to make all the window designs of the Central Kids Market shop in Moscow, which is in the very center of the city, and they have 18 windows around.
wow.
And they offered me to design all this area, so it was like huge money.
Mhm,
And I thought, okay, God, thank you, more please. You heard my everything I wanted to. So I got all of my money.
mm,
I took a I rented a place in Côte d'Azur because that's my
mhm,
favorite place in the world.
mhm.
I took my tickets. I finished the project. I had enough money not to think about money, and I
Oh,
had almost 3 months to spend in France,
mhm,
summertime plus
mhm,
September. Perfect time, perfect place,
mhm,
enough money. And the question was like, I was realizing that this is the time where you have to answer the question absolutely truthfully. If you are in such perfect situation, will you paint or
mhm,
not? Because everybody can paint when they're, crushing, when they're in pain, when they're
mhm,
struggling.
mhm.
But when everything is perfect, will you do that or not? Because if you're not,
Wow.
that means that, baby, it's not your thing. Thank you very much, but no. And I was drawing every day. I
When
was
you're
making
happy.
sketches every day. And after 2 years,
Uh-huh.
we published a book of my sketches that were done
Hmm.
during that time. So that was the answer to my question. Are you an artist or not?
3 months in Paris. That was before the Greek residency, right?
Yeah. Probably when I was counting residency, maybe that was a kind of a residency that I created to myself.
Right. That's amazing.
So that was the, but that was, it was tough, but it was I was ready to receive an answer that no, baby, you're not just like, you're just tired. That's why you were whining. Continue doing what you do. But no, I had that, urge
Mm,
to make, to paint, to draw, to develop, because I cannot do without it.
mm. So you made up your mind and then you just went all in and quit your freelance job as a very successful commercial installation
Yeah.
professional.
Oh, it was awful. It was such an awful time when I was leaving one thing and entering the other thing, and it was, when your money go down
Right.
very quickly
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot afford yourself think that you could.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all happening because of your choice. Your free will brought you there. But
Right. Oh my gosh,
Like that.
this is so resonating with me. I worked as a professional in tech industry as a very
Mhm.
successful marketer, and then I'm leaving everything behind right now to become a
Yeah.
visual artist.
Amazing.
I'm seeing my bank account balance going down.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know.
I'm like, do I need a job? You know?
Yeah.
That's so
Find
brave.
someone who find someone who will push you,
Mm.
who will want you to become successful more than you do.
How did you find those people?
They are around you. You don't have to search.
Right.
They are just make an effort to believe them. If there is someone in your life who is telling you, Jay,
Mhm.
darling, you have to develop, you have to do this, you have to do that. I don't see your new works. Where are your new works? What are you doing right now? You're so
Right.
talented. You have to do that. Stop neglecting them.
Mm.
Start to communicate. Believe them.
Right.
They are truly interested to see your new works. Believe it. They
Right.
will believe in you
Mhm.
every moment when you will feel down instead of you. It's their job.
Oh, that's so sweet. You're
So
so
when you're
right.
down, when you think, no, I'm nothing, I cannot produce anything. No, I'm
Mhm.
nothing. I'm done. That was a mistake. There's
Mhm.
always someone behind you who believe in you instead of you. Start
Right.
taking them seriously. It's not like a conversation of politeness.
Mm.
They do really believe.
Amazing. Do you think like doing the art residencies and then traveling around that helps you to stay more connected with those voices, like supporting voices for your art?
Just like I'm accepting, accepting that what I do is needed. This is very
Mm.
hard to believe because we are not used to take anything for like as gift, right? It sounds like
Right.
a gift to submit for some financial support. You
Mm.
immediately feel like why me? I don't deserve it. I'm
Mm.
not talented enough to get this money.
Mm.
Why do they do that? And this is all trash thoughts. You just like they don't have to. They're breaking everything. They are natural. It's fine that they come, but this is something that really it stops you from doing stuff.
Mm.
That's why I'm saying that the first step is like believe that you are an artist and that is a job. You do that job. It's needed. Try
Mhm.
to understand your definition of art. Why do people need it in general?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because it can like move, it can like that is something that can really change through life. First you do art because you think that art is important of that reason, then you do art because you believe that there is a different reason, but you
Mm.
always have to keep that reason worth giving you money,
Right.
worth spending your time
Mhm. That you're worth it.
without blood, tears, official job, taxes, etc.
Amazing. I'm
We don't
so
live in that world.
right. I'm so inspired, and then I'm so curious about your next steps. What's your future plan after after
Thank you.
After Venice?
Thank you. Yeah. So I have like 5% on my phone.
Yes.
It's dying a little bit.
It's fine. Yeah, 5% is enough. But but what's your plan after Venice? I'm so curious. Tell me. Tell us.
Oh, I'm there. There is no strict plan because I want to see what I will get, right?
Right. Yeah, I
What I
saw
will get. One of the ideas is just like to go and somewhere
maybe
to take
Kotesu.
some education. maybe to go to the university in Paris, maybe to the university in Italy, maybe. But probably I'm really hoping to connect with some galleries or dealers
Mhm.
to get some commissions and see what. Right now, I'm offering the world what I do. I would love to see what the world will offer me back, and then I will decide.
Oh, so you don't have like specific like cities that you definitely want to go. You're just gonna see what happens.
I have a list of residencies I want to visit. I have a
Oh,
list of universities that are probably matching with me. I have a list of projects that I would love to do, but
amazing.
nothing is certain yet.
Oh, I love it. No plan is a plan. Me the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing your residency list with us or
Residency, what?
like residency that you want to go and probably why? What was that kind of criteria when you were like thinking of the list, when you're coming up with the list?
You
And
know, I need to refresh it,
right.
and I will do it later because right now I'm just like concentrated on different stuff. If
No.
I will remember still
Mm-hmm.
that thing, I'm very sorry because it like really can go out. Uh, just remind me later because when it will be ready, maybe top 3 I can collect, but later.
Thank you.
Thank
When
you
you
too.
when you see something and then you know like I want to go there and then what's the trigger?
I will send you. What's the trigger?
Uh-huh.
Profit, what they offer.
Whoa, I see. Like what's the benefit or the like grants that they offer? Mm.
It's not like money profit. It's not always only money profit, but what's the benefit? Is
Like
it connection with teams, connection with people, money,
mm.
opportunity to make a new project? What's the profit?
Oh, I see. Smart. Okay. Thank you so
Now it's
much.
yeah. Thank you too. Thank
Thank
you
you
too.
so much. Stay tuned and then stay connected. I'm gonna reach out to you
Sure,
again. But like first, like, let's
sure.
go charge your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you
thank you
very
so
much. Jay.
much.
Have a
Bye.
great day. Have
You
a great day.
too. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Reviewed by Artists. As we listen through a journey as an artist with Maru, I hope you are inspired by the story. Remember to like and subscribe for more stories and please share your thoughts with us. I'm Jay and I'll see you next time.